in relations to Cody Rhodes' title run and his best opponent or a best feud he had while he was the WWE Undisputed Champion. Now, I know some people weren't the biggest fan of his title run as a whole, and I can understand that. There were some matches that, even though I think they delivered, I think the build up to them may have been lackluster. I mean, granted, he was coming off of defeating Roman Reigns, who had the title for 3 years, 3+ years essentially. So it was going to be kind of a tough task to fill in. But I do think, in my personal opinion, there were some great enjoyable matches and storylines that they did do with Cody while he was champion. I can understand why some people may not feel like it was the best, or some people may even feel like, it was probably one of the worst. That's their opinion. I may disagree with that, but I do feel like there were some gems and some good stuff about his title run and the matches that he had. And one of my favorites is his feud with Kevin Owens. In my personal opinion, and I tweeted about this last night, earlier this morning, I think Kevin Owens was the best feud he had as champion. I'm not talking about when, before he became champion, like the match he had with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 last year. I'm more so talking about him as the WWE Undisputed Champion. That was the most memorable and the best feud, in my opinion. The reason why I say that is really simple. One, Kevin Owens is great. I think Kevin Owens, he's just fantastic at pretty much everything he does, especially when he's getting into a feud with someone. It's like he brings out the best in them with his intensity and the story that he tells. And it's been like that for years. I mean, one of my favorite matches is Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens when Roman was the tribal chief, and the back and forth they had during that time. Those were one of my favorite matches and favorite, feuds, as Roman was the champion at that time. Of course, his feuds with Sami Zayn have always been pretty good. And even I like what they were initially going to do with him and Chris Jericho around that time. I thought that was actually pretty good. But just to talk about the feud that I feel like was the best thing that they did with Cody was Kevin Owens, man. They sold they didn't even have to sell it. They are friends in real life, and they really built that up. I like how they started it off with, Roman had came back, and obviously Kevin Owens felt some type of way, as he should, about that whole situation, and Cody's, aligning himself with Roman. And then the whole situation with Cody pretty much giving Kevin Owens, his good friend, a title opportunity. I believe it was at Bash in Berlin, if I'm not mistaken. He gave him a title opportunity. And I like the story that they were telling there, where Cody ended up, he wasn't 100%. And Kevin Owens didn't go all the way. He didn't take advantage of Cody Rhodes not being at 100% like the normal Kevin Owens would do. Normal Kevin Owens would have took advantage of it, but he didn't, and that's why he ended up losing. But then they extended it even further. Obviously, Kevin Owens is really not liking what was going on with his Cody's involvement with Roman Reigns, and then them aligning themselves to take down the new bloodline. And we've seen the whole situation with Kevin Owens attacking Cody at his bus, and how that led into their Saturday night main event match. And this is where you start to see Kevin Owens get he's more aggressive now. He's not trying to show any mercy, because he looks at Cody as someone that betrayed him, and you kind of understand where Kevin Owens is coming from, and that's what makes this story so good. Because this isn't just someone that's turning on their best friend or one of their best friends. No, this is someone that has a reason to be upset with someone they considered a friend. I mean, Kevin Owens made it very clear, while you were gone, the bloodline was giving me hell. I was fighting them every week by myself, damn near. And you come back You win the championship, you win the title, cool. But then you align yourself with the same guy that has been causing you and many others problems because now he has family issues. And to Cody's point, he's like, well, we have a bigger issue with Solo. If we don't do this, then guess what's going to happen? We're going to be dealing with the same thing with Solo and his new goons. So that was his point, but you can understand why he was upset. You can understand why he was irritated. And what we got out of their match at Saturday night's main event, we got the resurrection or the temporary resurrection of the Winged Eagle belt, one of the best WWE titles that WWE's ever made. We got that back. And we thought it was going to be a one night thing, but it extended to even further. Obviously, that match was a great one, and what I enjoyed about that match is we started to see Cody not be the same Cody that we've seen before. The goody two shoes Cody, because this is his friend. Someone he cares about is really coming after him, being disrespectful, don't even care. And he attacked his mentor in Randy Orton. He packed him up and put him on the shelf. So now Cody's pissed. Now he wants to get his revenge. He wants to get his hands on him for Randy Orton's sake. And I like that he wasn't the normal Cody that we would get, the goody two shoes. Like, he had some anger there, justifiable, because this is someone he considered a really good friend, right? So at this point, we got the match. Kevin Owens tries to cheat. He brings in the chair. Ref doesn't see it. And guess what? Cody Rhodes capitalizes off the chair being there. I believe he hits the crossroads onto the steel chair and moves it out the way. So this is one of those things where I like that because this is a different dynamic. Even though he wasn't the one that brought the chair in, he used it. And that's the thing. And the normal Cody wouldn't have used it, but he used it to win. And he thought it would be done. But guess what? Afterwards, obviously Kevin Owens put Cody Rhodes in the package pile driver, and it changed everything. He was walking around as the uncrowned WWE champion. And what made me enjoy this even more is the fact that, one, you get to see the Winged Eagle belt for a much longer time than I think a lot of people were initially anticipating. So we got the belt, got to see the beautiful belt on TV, and it was on Kevin Owens' shoulder, and that's what made that so good, because it was on Kevin Owens' shoulder. And even though we knew he wasn't the champion, we still as fans get to see him with that iconic belt on his shoulder, and he's walking around as the uncrowned champion. And guess what? He was getting cheers as the uncrowned champion because it looked good on him. It felt right. And I thought that was a nice way to kind of give him some love with the belt, just walking around with it. So obviously Cody comes back, and for the first time, I think since we've seen him in his WWE run, he's had some of those moments, but for the first time, it felt like we got a version of him that a lot of fans were wanting to see, and that's Cody just over it. Fed up, pissed off, and he's done with it. So he wants to get his revenge. He wants to get his hands on Kevin Owens, and I like the promos he was having and the conversations he was having with Nick Aldis. He's made it very simple. If I even see someone that looks like Kevin Owens, it's on sight. And Kevin Owens was never the one to run away from a fight, and this was good. This is what I wanted to see out of a personal feud. I don't think we really gotten a real good personal feud with Cody outside of Seth Rollins when he first came back. Those matches were really, really, really good. And Roman Reigns, I wouldn't say was more personal. It definitely turned up for the second go around. They had personal elements, but I think, in my opinion, with this they built the story of their friendship and how close they were. And how much they respected each other, and this man tried to end his career, So I think that's where the personal seriousness got into it, and you could see Cody's demeanor had changed. He wasn't the same person anymore. He had hate in his heart, and I love that. And obviously, we got the culminating match at the Royal Rumble this past year, earlier this year. And once again, Kevin Owens is like, anytime he has a match at the Royal Rumble, it's always going to be a certified classic. He doesn't miss. And this one was another one. This ladder match was great. The WWE Undisputed Championship, the Wing Eagle belt was hanging up above, and this was so good. They tried to murder each other. They tried to end each other's careers. So damn good. Cody Rhodes being the one, I think he hit the what was that? It was like the Alabama Slam, essentially, on a bridging ladder from the announce table to the ring, and he didn't have to do that, but he did that anyway, and he packed up Kevin Owens. He ended him right then and there. He didn't have to. It's something that he wanted to do. Once Kevin Owens got busted open, it was raps, and it was so good, so intense, and you could see Cody Rhodes go out there. Even when he won, he goes back over there, and he's taunting him. He's taunting him like, this is what you wanted. I gave you everything you wanted. This is what you wanted. Like, it, for me, that's like the best version of Cody we've seen on camera, in my personal opinion, because it felt more visceral, more real to how a real person would react after someone's tried to pack you up and end your career. You're not going to be nice about putting him through a damn ladder after you found out he's busted open. You're not going to be nice about it, nor should you. It makes a babyface more believable in their emotions. And we get it. Cody's the company guy as of now. He's the ultimate babyface, but it's never wrong, in my opinion, to have a babyface cross that line every now and then to show they're a human being. You know, that's I feel like a lot of times that's what's wrong with baby faces in general in WWE. A lot of times they don't come off as human beings. They come off as, hey, got to put on a smile for the kiddies, but sometimes it's okay to have that intensity in certain situations. You feel me? And I think Kevin Owens, in the feud and the story they were able to tell, brought the best out, in my opinion, in Cody's character. And what they were doing in the ring was fantastic, So that's just my opinion on this situation. I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens being the best feud that we had as while Cody was champion, and they're both really missed. I think we missed a great opportunity in what Kevin Owens and Randy Orton could have did at WrestleMania this year. I do. Obviously injury, the injury situation was really unfortunate, but I can say that they are definitely missed on SmackDown, Cody and Kevin Owens, and looking forward to seeing whenever these guys do return. But I feel like that brought the best out of Cody character-wise, just his intensity, his hatred for Kevin Owens, and wanting to pack him up and get his revenge. I like those type of stories because it makes you feel human. It makes you feel real, and I thought that was actually pretty damn enjoyable. So, hey, I could be, this is just my personal opinion, but how do you guys feel about Cody Rhodes' title reign, and who do y'all feel was his best opponent as he was the WWE Undisputed Champion? I'm still stick with Kevin Owens. He had a nice little mini feud with Gunther. The LA Knight stuff, not LA Knight, Logan Paul stuff was okay for what it was. I really didn't too much care about it. The AJ Styles situation, that was it was short-lived. Wish they could have extended that out a little bit more. And then obviously Solo, it was cool, but then it started to get redundant, and then Roman Reigns got involved, so they went that route. But me personally, I think Kevin Owens deserves his flowers for being, in my opinion, the best feud Cody had as the WWE Undisputed Champion. But comment down below, let me know. But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking it with me. See you on the next one. Peace.